Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection and also the transfers I'm thinking of making for Game Week 15. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your plans for the next game week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So starting things off, let's take a look at Game Week 14. Had an absolute stinker. It's been awful. 53 points, but yeah, it's a pretty bad red arrow from like 278k to 448. Everything kind of just went wrong. There were so many surprise benchings, and the players that did play, a lot of them just didn't really return. So starting things off well though, Raya did get a clean sheet, which was a nice 6 points. Again, the Arsenal clean sheets are just coming thick and fast at the moment, so having double Arsenal defense for that is really nice. But unfortunately, Gabriel didn't play. He looks like he's going to be okay for Fulham. I'm recording this before any kind of press conferences and stuff, but if he's not okay for Fulham, then that's obviously not going to be great because I don't really have a lot of backup defenders. But yeah, Raya in goal got 6 points. Greaves picking up 1 point, came off my bench for Colwell, who got benched, which I was not expecting. I mainly brought him in for that Southampton fixture, so it's not great that he didn't play. I mean, they didn't keep a clean sheet in the end anyway, but maybe if Colwell played, they would have done. But either way, Greaves did hit the post. Would have been really nice if that went in because it would have been a very nice return to the side. But either way, Greaves picked up a point. Milenkovic, 0 points, did concede 3 against City, and then obviously picked up a yellow card as well, so not ideal there. And then Nate Nori also picking up 0, conceded 4 against Everton. That Wolves game did not go well for me, especially with 3 Wolves players. It's always going to be a bad game week if Wolves do really well, do really bad because I've got 3 Wolves players. So not great from the defense. 7 points from 4 players, but yeah, 1 point from my back line, which wasn't ideal. Obviously Gabriel missed out as well, so Milenkovic came off the bench. I didn't play him as City away, but yeah, Gabriel and Colwell not helping me out there. In midfield, I mean, it is what it is. Saka was my Palmer was my captain, should I say, picked up 14 points. I mean, Salah, I think he's just kind of earned himself perma-captain for the remainder of the season. He's just unreal. Yeah, I think I'm just going to set and forget captaincy now. It doesn't matter who he plays. He just gets double-digit hauls against anyone. I mean, the points that this man is scoring, like 14, 13, 13, 18, 9, 10, 12... I don't know. It's like he's just going to have the season of his life to get the most money out of that contract, but fair play to him. He's absolutely smashing it. But yeah, if you went Salah captain, it's not the worst thing in the world, because I think if you went Salah captain and had Palmer, I think you only gained like 11 points over people who captained Palmer and had Salah, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it probably would have got me a less of a red arrow if I'd captained Salah, because obviously everyone else did bad, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not like a season ender or anything like that. If Palmer got nothing, then it would have been a lot worse. Like, people obviously captained Saka and stuff, and yeah, if you did that, then obviously it's a lot worse. But yeah, it is one of those things. And then Mbeumo as well, playing Mbeumo over Rodgers, just not a great idea either. I did say the only reason I was playing him was because of penalties, but I thought Rodgers might potentially have got benched. I think he will get benched against Southampton now with the comments from Emery. He did play, I think he played like 70, 80 minutes against Brentford. Yeah, he played 86 minutes, so I think he might get benched against Southampton because that's a game that they're expecting to win. So that's going to be, I mean, I'm probably going to start him anyway because it's Southampton at home, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a cameo in that game, and it just is what it is. And then, yeah, up top, Strand Larsen, Kuna, both getting 2 points. It's unreal, like, the whole Kuna situation. I brought him in after his 2 double-digit hauls, and then since then they get battered 4-2 and then 4-0. So it's not ideal, really. And then João Pedro picking up an assist, which was quite nice, finally getting some points from him. But yeah, Rodgers on the bench with 8 points. But yeah, obviously Cole and Gabriel getting subbed out. So terrible game week is what it is. A pretty bad red arrow. Like I say, game week rank of 6.9 mil. Not ideal at all, so we do need to rectify that. We do have 2 free transfers, but let's take a look at what the team looks like as of right now for game week 15. So in goal we do have Raya, who's got Fulham away. We've got Nori, who's got West Ham away. Gabriel, who's got Fulham away. Colwell, who's got Spurs away. This isn't too bad. I mean, I'm hoping Gabriel should be fine. We'll have to wait for the press conference to flex. I'm recording it before it, so hopefully we get an update about it there. Colwell against Spurs away. It's not the greatest fixture, but I also don't mind it that much. Like, Spurs did not look very good last night against Bournemouth. And Chelsea have been really good this season. You know, they're on level points with Arsenal. Arsenal are suddenly like Arsenal are title contenders, but then Chelsea aren't. I don't understand why, because Chelsea are really, really good this season. Again, I don't think they're going to win the title, but I think they're going to comfortably get a Champions League spot, and I think they're going to beat a lot of good teams this season, as they already have done. But yeah, Spurs away. Look, it's probably not going to get a clean sheet, but I don't mind playing that fixture. Like, he will start because he missed out the Southampton one. But yeah, I mean, the back line, especially with that Aït-Nouri, I mean, West Ham haven't been great. That's going to be a really big fixture, because I feel like whoever loses that loses their job. You know, the West Ham manager, very, very much on thin ice, and so is Gary O'Neill as well. So whoever loses that fixture, I think it's probably going to end up as like a 1-1 draw, let's be honest. But I think if one of the managers loses, I think they're gone. So that's the defence and the goalkeeper. In midfield, we've got Palmer, who's got Spurs away, captained Mo Salah, who's got Everton away, who I think is the early kickoff, but I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm just perma-captaining him. I'm not going against him again. Saka with Fulham away, and Mbeumo with Newcastle at home, and then Rodgers with Southampton at home. So, like I say, it's a bit of an interesting midfield. Like, obviously, Saka, Palmer, and Salah are absolutely fine. Mbeumo, I mean, his numbers against Villa weren't great, still recording 0 XG. He did record 0.21 expected assist, which is obviously better, but it's still just getting nowhere near scoring. So I would love to get rid of him. I really would. And I might even play Strand Larsen over him, to be fair, this week, who's obviously got West Ham away, because West haven't been bad, you know, and obviously, like, Wolves have been bad. So I think maybe if I just play my attackers and they get something out of that fixture, who knows. But then we've got Rodgers with Southampton at home. Like I say, potentially I could see him getting benched this week for sure. And then up top we've got Kuna and João Pedro, who's got Leicester away and West Ham away. And then on the bench we've got Strand Larsen with West Ham away, Greaves with Bournemouth at home, and then Milenkovic with Man United away. So yeah, the bench doesn't look crazy strong. Like I say, I feel like if Rodgers misses out, then I don't want him to come on for a cameo, because then I just get Strand Larsen off the bench anyway. I doubt we're going to get early team news about Villa. It's just the Mbeumo pick, man. Like, I just really don't know what to do with him. He's really, really annoying. Because with the Wolves players as well, like they're not great at the moment. They've got Ipswich at home and Leicester away. Like, they're not terrible fixtures to attack for the next 3. So do I just keep them for that and then just get rid of them when the fixtures get really bad? Because there's no way I'm keeping all of them for those fixtures at all, because they're just so bad. But either way, that's how the team shapes up at the moment for Game Week 15. But moving into my transfers, I do have 3.4 mil in the bank with 2 free transfers. Now, what I've been saying that I'm going to be doing all week is getting rid of Mbeumo and Aït-Nouri for Trent and Bruno Fernandes, which again, I'm also fine with doing. I don't mind doing that. You know, Forest home this week, City away, and then Bournemouth, Wolves, Newcastle. Like, they're not terrible fixtures apart from City. I mean, they've got Liverpool away coming up as well on the 5th of Jan, which isn't ideal. But I do want a 90-minute playing penalty taker instead of Mbeumo, because Mbeumo's just been so bad. With the Arsenal game, he didn't create a ton. He did get expected assist of 0.40, and it's just he's playing a little bit deeper, I think. And I don't know if it's really worth having him if he's just going to be playing like a really deeper role, because there are other options that I could get rid of Mbeumo for. There's Semenyo, there's Matoma, there's I think even Gordon as well. I think could be a bit of a shout, because he's got some really nice fixtures coming up. It's just his minutes are a little bit all over the place at the moment, like 67, 74, stuff like that. But you know, he's not a terrible shout. The Newcastle fixtures are really, really nice. Like I say, Brentford away, Leicester at home, Ipswich away, Villa at home. So it's not too bad at all. I mean, one thing that I could also do, I think, potentially, if I bring someone like Semenyo in, do I have enough for Isak? I might just have enough. I literally have the exact funds. If I bring Semenyo in and Isak, I have the exact funds. And I kind of like that as well, because Isak's been... like the 21 minutes, obviously, that was because of an injury, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, they've got some really, really nice fixtures coming up, and I don't mind that at all. But I'd have to do that for a hit. Do I really want to take another hit? Potentially, because it sorts out all my issues. But I also don't need to get rid of Strand Larsen this week. You know, if Isak doesn't go up in price, then I can just bring Isak in the week after. So I can have Semenyo and Trent in this week, and then next week. But then do I really get rid of Strand Larsen before Ipswich at home? Probably, because I get to bring in Isak, who's got Leicester at home, who again probably are a little bit better under Van Nistelrooy, but it's still Leicester. So I don't mind that. It's either Trent, Semenyo, and potentially Isak. But if he goes up in price, I'll have to check the price changes and stuff, because if he's about to go up in price, then I might have to just take the hit and just bring him in. Because I really like that team, to be fair. I don't mind that at all. But then again, Isak potentially could get rotated around the Christmas period with Wilson coming back. But I don't think Isak's going to lose his spot. Like, Isak's just so pivotal to this team, and he's on penalties and stuff like that. I think that he's probably a good player to bring in. Obviously, the other option is Jackson, who's a little bit cheaper. So if I do get priced out of Isak, then I can always bring Jackson in after this week and then have him for like all of those really good fixtures. But at the same time, I think Isak on penalties for 0.2 extra is a little bit better. And Jackson is a bit of a rotation risk now, we've just seen. And he's also on 4 yellows. So I do like the Isak shout. And then obviously after that, when Kuna's fixtures get bad, I can just take him out for a Chris Ward or an Evan Nilsson or something like that. So I do quite like that. I do quite like those changes there, but it's for another hit. Do I really want to take another hit? I mean, I might have to this week. If he doesn't go up in price, I might just have to make a quick transfer and get rid of Strand Larsen. But then Strand Larsen before Ipswich at home and then Leicester away. Is it really worth it? I don't know. I don't know if it is, but that's something that I am thinking about. The other option, obviously, is just keep Strand Larsen and then bring, obviously, Bruno Fernandes in instead of Semenyo. But I don't know. I feel like Semenyo is a 90-minute man, and I think he's going to be fine to have for the next few fixtures. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to check price changes for Isak, but I do really like the look of this team if I bring in Isak and I get Trent as well. And Semenyo is fine. So do quite like that. And then I guess my 8th attacker is probably Rodgers or Semenyo. I can just rotate them. You know, not too bad. Like when he's got City and Newcastle, can easily play other players. So I don't know, we'll see, but I do quite like the look of that team. But we'll take a look at press conference and stuff like that and what's going on. But either way, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 100 likes. Leave a comment. What are your plans for this game week? Subscribe if you're brand new, and until next time, peace.